To make a call, you can pick up the handset, you can hit the speaker button, you can dial the digits, and then hit the call button. To answer the phone, you can hit the speaker button. You can also, to redial the call, hit redial. You can pick up the handset, or hit redial again. You can also hit the answer key. To mute a call, once a call has been made, you can press the key in the lower left-hand corner near the handset. That is the mute key. The person will not be able to hear you, but you will be able to hear the person. To unpress the mute key or to unmute the phone, press the key again. And then to end the call, in this case, we hit the end call button on the phone. To check and see if you've missed a call because your phone says it may have a missed call on it, you can hit the settings button. On the 6945s, this is the sprocket button, what I call the sprocket button. If you click on that, your first choice is call history. Press 1, then you'll be able to scroll through using the rocker panel button, which is the green button, all the people that you have called, inbound and outbound. An inbound call is an arrow that points to the name. An outbound call is an arrow that points away from the name. Then you can hit exit to get out of the screen if you'd like to, or you can see if you've missed any calls. Then you can use the soft keys, which are the number buttons here, to hit missed calls. It's labeled missed calls. So if you hit that button, missed calls, you can then see all the calls that you've missed to this particular phone. Then hit exit to exit all the way out. You hit it twice. If you want to place a call on hold so you can go and look something up, you can use the hold key. On the 6945, that key is located here. I answer the phone by picking up the handset, and then I can hit the hold key, which is the phone with the line under it on the 6945 phone. That will hold the call. To unhold the call, you can hit the resume key, which is the soft key located up here in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Hit the resume key, and then that resumes the call. The 6945 phones for Cuba Rushford Central School District have a couple of unique features. You have a voice dial key listed here and a school nurse key. The school nurse button will actually speed dial the nurse to go ring that nurse's phone directly. The voice dial button will allow you to dial a party or a person in the Cuba Rushford Central School District by name. So if you hit that, it will then ask you to say the name of the person you're looking for, and then you can just speak the name. Then at that point, the phone will automatically be transferred to the person who you spoke the name of. To check voicemail from your phone and to set up your voicemail if it's just the first time you've ever checked it, you hit the messages button. Once you hit the messages button, which is an envelope with two speaking lines on it, that will ask you to put in your PIN. You put in your default PIN, and then you set up your voicemail box by saying your name and then your standard greeting. You can also set up a PIN. The system will prompt you to do that. Once that is complete, you can check your messages by hitting the messages button from any phone in the district. To check your voicemail from your phone, you hit the messages button, and it's going to ask you to put in your PIN, which you've already set up. If you want to check your voicemail from anywhere else in the district, you can go to any particular phone and hit the messages button, and then hit star.
Enter your ID followed by pound.
Your ID is your 4-digit number, then hit pound, and then it asks you to put in your PIN, and then you can put in your PIN number that you've set up.
I did not hear your
That way you can check your voicemail from anywhere in the district. There will also be a way to check voicemail from the outside, but as of the recording of this training that has not been configured yet, look for a message from Paul later as to what that number is going to be. You will know if you've had voicemail on your phone because this red light will come on the top of this handset. This is the MWI light. It will come on when you have a message, and you probably will get a little envelope next to your name. At that point, you'd hit the messages button and see what you have for a voicemail message. The Do Not Disturb key. If you're going to be in your classroom giving a test, you can go to your phone and hit the More soft key here, and then hit the Do Not Disturb button listed here. Then when I call this particular phone, by pressing it once it turns it on. If I call this phone, the phone should beep once and then not continue. It will continue to ring and go to voicemail, but it will not ring the volume of the ringer. Beeps once, and then the phone keeps ringing, but you're not interrupted by the phone ringing at that time. Remember, to shut off the Do Not Ringer, you have to go to More and then shut off the Do Not Disturb button, and that will turn Do Not Disturb off, so your phone will then ring again. There, the phone is ringing. To adjust the volume of the ringer, you can hit the volume key and it will automatically adjust the ring. Once I've stopped adjusting it, it will save that particular setting. The same is true if I'm on the phone. If I'm on the phone talking to somebody, the same volume adjusts the handset volume. And you can turn up and down the person. Again, where I stop is where the setting gets saved to. Missed calls. I can tell by looking at this phone that I've missed a call because to the right of the name it's got a phone that's on hook with an arrow that points to the left, and after that in parentheses it's got a 1. I've missed one call. To retrieve it, I hit the settings button, which is the sprocket. I can then go to 1 for call history. And then it will tell me the call that I've missed, the number, the time the call came in, and the date. And I know I've missed it because the phone is on hook with an arrow going to the left. If I want to see some details about that call, I can hit More and then hit Details. And it will tell me more about the number that's called me. In that, it also says Missed, so I know I missed that particular call. I can call that person back just by hitting Edit Dial or hitting the Call button, depending on the number that I'm calling. It will actually call the number back. To transfer a call, this is how you do that. You're on the phone with the person that you want to transfer the call to. You hit the transfer button on a 7945, the number's here. You will hear a secondary dial tone at that point. Hit the transfer, secondary dial tone. I'm going to dial the other number. The person will answer, say I have a number to transfer. I then hit the transfer soft key again. And now I'm transferred all the way through to the original caller. The transfer option was make the call, hit transfer, secondary dial tone, call the number, hit transfer again. Conferencing is similar. So here's how we conference a phone. I'm on the phone with the party that I want to transfer. I now hit the transfer key, which is the button with all the figureheads on it on the 7945 phone. Excuse me, the 6945 phone. I hit that button. I hear secondary dial tone. I dial the number of the person I want to transfer in, or conference in. I answer. I now hit the conference button on the phone. It's a soft key button in between the end call and the swap. So I hit conference. And now, all three parties are conferenced together. So basically, from your phone, you hit your conference key, which is right here. Here's secondary dial tone. Call the person you want to conference in. They answer. You hit the conference soft key on the phone, and then all three of you are conferenced in together.